Years back, we went, our whole family out for dinner one time. I don't remember the occasion, whatever it was. And we had just moved here from Eretz Yisrael, and my older kids, who were then little, said, "When's the food coming?" So I said, "Well, for the food to come, we have to order from the waiter." Waiter comes. One of my kids, who was then younger, says to me, "Tati, why is it called a waiter?" So I said, "Why is it called a waiter? Watch this. Waiter, the kids want food. Oh, well then they have to order food. How do you order the food? Open the book, order." The kids are half hour later, the young lady is standing there still. And I said to my kid who asked me why it's called the waiter, I said, "What is she doing?" And she's waiting. That's why she's called the waiter. That's right. Nothing could be more true. And Lamaisa, 3 times a day, in our tefillah, Es tzemach David avdecha meiras atzmiach v'karna l'torah b'shua secha. We ask the Rabbi Shalom to cause the descendants of David HaMelech, who's going to be the Mashiach, to emerge. And what is the schus with which we ask for such a thing? Ki lishuascha kivinu kol hayon. Because, ki means because we're waiting for it. You're waiting for it. Of course you're waiting for it, because it didn't happen yet. Why is that the reason? We're coming to the Rebbe Shalom saying you should do it, because we're waiting. You're waiting. I'm waiting for you to do tshuva. I'm waiting for you to be a mensch. You're waiting. We're all waiting. So why is that a reason that the Rebbe Shalom should do it? Shabbos morning, Mimkoimcha Malkeinu Soifia V'sim Loich Aleinu. Kadosh Baruch Hu, show your face finally and reveal your malchus on the world. Ki mechakim anachnu lach. Same thing. Because we're waiting. Okay, you're waiting. You should be waiting. Why is that a reason for the Rebbe Shalom to do it? Again, the word ki means because. Why is this? Forgive me for the pun. Why is this the key for the tefillah to be answered? What's the idea behind it? So in our parsha, we find that after Bilam tries again and again and again to curse Klal Yisrael, and he goes again another time, and the Torah says, "Vayosem davar befiv." Now, we know there's a figure of speech in English, and l'chayra, this is where it comes from. In English we say, "You're putting words in my mouth," right? This is where it comes from. The Torah says, "Vayosem davar befiv." Hashem put words literally into his mouth. However, that's just a figure of speech. What does it mean in a simpler pshat, just simple pshat? Vayosem, right? Hashem didn't actually put words in his mouth. Hashem controlled what he said. So why is it saying that he put? What does it mean, the put? What does it mean? The simple pashut pshat is he put, Vayosem, davar, something, a thing, bipiv, in his mouth. So says Rashi, Mahi hasima hazois. What is this putting that Hashem did? Because again, it's a figure of speech, very nice. It doesn't mean it literally. So literally, what does it mean? What does it mean? Mahi hasima hazois. What did Hashem put? You could have just said, "Go back to Balak," and you'll say what I want you to say. Why did it say he put something in his mouth? Says Rashi, quoting the Gemara in Sanhedrin, when Bilam realized, wow, he's mamish not letting me curse them. I keep trying over and over. He's mamish not, it's not working. Amar, he said to himself, what's the point of me going back to Balak? Just to do this again another time, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth time? Again, to promise him that I'll curse them, but really end up blessing them? What do I need this? It's a bizayon, it's a busha. What do I need it for? The whole thing is one big failure. Forget it, I won't go. No. Hashem says, you're going to go. You're going to do it again. Nosan lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu resen v'chaka b'piv. HaKadosh Baruch Hu put a resen. Resen is that thing that they fit onto the head and mouth of the horse that the reins are attached to, and there's a thing in his mouth, right? The piece in his mouth, and it's attached, it's fitted on it, and now you pull the reins, and it pulls the horse's head this way and that way. That's what a resen is. I don't know the exact word in English. And chaka, it says resen v'chaka. Put a resen, that's that thing with the horse, and a chaka is something else in Bilam's mouth. Like a person who uses these two things, a resen and a chaka, to control where the animal goes. Like we know, like with the reins. Hashem said to him, whether you like it or not, even though you don't want to, you will go back to Balak. You will do this foolish escapade again and again and again. I'm not going to let you off. You think you're going to run away and hide, avoid more bizayon? I'm going to force you into more bizayon. What is a chaka? What is this thing that Hashem put into his mouth? There's a pasuk in Yeshaya that talks about a drought in Mitzrayim, such a drought to the point that the Yeor dried up. And the pasuk says, Yeshaya Perek Yutes says, the anu hadayagim, the word anu is like oinen, aninus, the form of avelus. The anu hadayagim, the fishermen, are going to be miserable. They're going to be so sad. There's no fish because there's no water. The whole thing dried up. Anu hadayagim, the avlu kol mashlichei bayor chaka, and every fisherman who throws his chaka into the Yeor will be in avelus, sad, miserable, nothing to catch because there's no water, there's no fish. What's the chaka, says the Mefarshim on that pasuk? It's a hook. The fisher hook. The hook of the fishing rod. Chaka means a hook. Now, it's not a coincidence that a chaka, a hook, is the same word as mechake, ki mechakim anachnu lach, to wait. When you go fishing, you're going to wait. Right? You throw in your thing and then you have to wait. The man says to his son, let's go fishing. Sure, Dad, what do we do when we're fishing? We wait. That's what you do. You wait. But it's much deeper than that. Because a chaka, a hook, is not just waiting. The idea behind waiting for something shows that you want that thing. Waiting for something shows that you're machshiv. That thing is important to you. It matters to you. You want that. You're willing to wait for it. Shows that that's important to you. So the idea of a hook being called a chaka is because you're waiting for that thing because you want that thing. And then when you finally get it, the hook connects it to you. What connects the fish that you've been waiting for to you with the rod? The hook connects it. By waiting for something, you're connecting to that thing. You're showing how important that thing is to you. You're showing that you're machshiv that thing, it matters, and it connects you with that thing. That's what waiting for something does. Mechake and chaka. Mechake, when you wait for something, you're machshiv that thing, and it connects you with that thing. It gives you a relationship with that thing. I'm waiting with that thing because that thing matters to me. It's important to me. And therefore, Mamela, we say to the Rebbeinu Shalom, Mimkoimcha Malkeinu Soifia, Esemach David Avdecha Meres Atzmiach, Ki Lishuascha Kivinu Kol Hayoim. You should bring it because we're showing you how important it is to us because we're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. It shows we want it badly. Ki Mechakim Anachnu Lach. Mechakim Anachnu Lach is the reason, Ki. Because we're waiting. Waiting shows it's important. It matters to me. I want it. I value it. I feel lacking without it. That's the reason that you should bring it, the Rebbeinu Shalom. You should bring us the Geula. You should bring the Shekhinah. Because we're machshiv it. It's important to us. It matters to us. By waiting for it, it shows that it matters. It's something that we desire strongly. There's a famous Gemara, and the pasuk, the Gemara darshans, Sisius Yerushalayim, Masais Kolis Misablim Aleha, says the Gemara based on that pasuk. Whoever's misabil over Yerushalayim, when you mourn over the destruction of Yerushalayim, you'll be zoiche to see the simcha of the rebuilding Yerushalayim. And those who don't mourn over Yerushalayim will not be zoichet to see it. That's what the Gemara darshans for that pasuk. That's a very powerful, important statement. If you are misabel over Yerushalayim, again, misabel is a form of showing that I'm waiting for that thing. I miss it and I want it, and it's not geschmack for me that I don't have it. It's a form of waiting. When we're misabel over somebody that's nifter, it's a form of waiting. I'm waiting for the Tchias HaMeisim so that we can be together again. Misabel Yerushalayim is not just we're sad. It's a form of showing this matters to me and I'm waiting for it. And the Ritva, on that Gemara, the Ritva brings a pasuk in Daniel and says, Ashrei mechake yagia leyamim. Happy, fortunate is the person who's waiting for the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash, for the Geula. Happy is that person, yagia leyamim, and he'll reach it. He'll reach it. Meaning, the Gemara says, if you're waiting, Ritva is touching the Gemara. The Gemara says the person who is misabel over Yerushalayim will be zoichet to see the celebration of Yerushalayim. The Ritva says a fascinating thing. It's an outrageous chiddush. Ritva says there's going to be a Tchias HaMeisim for all the Yidden who were waiting and misabel over Yerushalayim and they passed away already. The Heilige Chavetz Chaim and all the tzaddikim who passed away. Were they not misabel? They were misabel more than we can imagine, more than we'll ever know. And yet the Gemara says that if you're misabel over Yerushalayim, you'll be zoichet to see the celebration. They passed away. Bai Shlishi is going to come. They're not here. They'll be here. They will be here, says the Ritva. With the Torah promises that if you're misabel over Yerushalayim, you'll be zoichet to see the celebration. That means all those Yidden who were misabel and they passed away already, they'll come back at Tchias HaMeisim just for this. They'll come back to be there for the celebration. And the Ritva says it's from this pasuk, Ashrei mechake. Happy is the person who's waiting for it. That means that the Ritva is teaching Avelus as a waiting. The Avelus is to show that this thing is so important to me and I want it to come back. I want it. There's a fascinating thing. Sfarim HaKadoshim say that the word mechake, waiting, is the same letters as the word chachma. Why is this true? Because when you see what a person is waiting for, what a person's willing to wait for, a person's willing to wait for something, that shows how much chachma he has. I'll give you an example. Years ago, when we first moved here, we went to Orlando to one of the theme parks, and it was peak season. It was mamish a shock. The popular rides that the kids wanted to go on, what is this? What are all these people? Oh, this is the line for the ride. This is the line for the ride. Hundreds of people. How long? And it says, you will wait approximately 1 hour and 47 minutes. We're going to wait 1 hour and 47 minutes to go on the ride? A person who values the ride, wants the ride so badly, he'll wait 1 hour and 47 minutes to go on that ride. I said to my kids, I'm out of here. I'm not waiting here 1 hour and 47 minutes for a ride. I'll go on the teacup ride or whatever, 2-minute wait. It's not chashuv enough for me to stand here for 1 hour and 47 minutes and wait. If it's chashuv to you, you'll wait. If it's not, so what you're willing to wait for, mechake, shows how much chachma you have. Something that's meaningless, if you're willing to wait for it and take your time, it means you have this much chachma. Something that's very chashuv, you're willing to wait for it, it means you have this much chachma. The mechake indicates how much chachma you have. The Gemara Kiddushin says, Avimi, his father asked him for a cup of water. He goes to get him a cup of water. By the time he gives him the cup of water, the father fell asleep. So what does he do? I know what I would do. I would quietly put the cup of water down on the little table next to my father's bed. Sleep well, enjoy. When he wakes up, the water will be there for him. Meanwhile, I'll go about my business, go back to my learning, go back to my work, whatever it is I was doing before. He doesn't need me to stand there. No, says the Gemara, Avim, he stood there, leaning over, holding the cup of water, just stood there, waiting while his father's sleeping. And says the Gemara, because he did that, he was zoichet to a certain siyata d'shmaya and whatever it is in his learning, he understood something better. You ask me, it's a waste of time. He should be zoichet. He should be punished for bittul zman. What is he doing? The father's sleeping. He's standing there with the cup. Put the cup down and go back to it. You zoichet for that? Pshat is, standing there, waiting for the father, is a mitzvah kibbud av. Why? I'm waiting for him shows I'm machshiv him. It shows that that's what's important. Serving my father is important to me. So I'm going to stand there with the cup and wait for him. He's sleeping? Yeah, but I'm machshiv the father. I'm machshiv my father. It's a kiyum mitzvah. It's a big kiyum mitzvah. Because I'm not even be'etzim doing anything. Just the waiting is the chashivus, is the kibbud av. And Mamela, that shows that I'm machshiv my father. It shows I'm machshiv the mitzvah for that itself. It's unbelievable zach. So therefore we say to the Rabbi Shalom, and what's the reason that the Rabbi Shalom should do that? Because we're waiting. Because we're waiting, that shows we're machshav you, and we want you, and we need you. That's the reason. And we're connecting ourselves with this Hashem. This is important to me. I want you. I feel like I can't live without this. That's a reason for him to do it. Mechakim, the chaka, the hook. I want to reach a Kodesh Baruch Hu and hold on to him, connect to him. Through this mechake, you are connecting to him. And you're showing him how much you want him. And Mamela, that's a reason for the Rabbi Shalom to come back to us. I had to go one time to the Misrat HaPnim for whatever. Misrat HaPnim is notorious for all kind of things. And I get there, I open at 8 o'clock, I get there 10 minutes before 8. I see an ocean of people. My first time, I was out of my mind. I say to the guy, Mazal. He says to me, Ma, Shavi Gata. Now you come. Now I'm 15 minutes early. I'm 10 minutes early. Now you come. האנשים בתחילה של התור קמו ב-4 לפנות בוקר, הם פה מ-4:30 כבר. The people at the front of the line got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be here at 4:30 so they could. You're good. Yeah, if you want to be the first in line at the Misrat HaPnim, you're going to wait. If that's important to you, you're going to eat it. If you don't do it, you'll wait even longer if you come later. But anyway, the point is, waiting shows I want it, I machshav it, it matters to me, and I can't wait any longer. This is important to me. That's what the waiting does, and that's the reason for the Rebbeinu Shalom to give it back to us, to come back to us. If we're mamish waiting for it, that'll be the reason for him to come. The more we wait, the sooner he'll come.